Episode 3 Netaji, Birth of Indian Independence. You are listening to a special audio series called Netaji, Birth of Indian Independence on your very own Ace FM. By now, you must have learned about the fearless character of little SubhashChandra by listening to the Puri beach incident. A glimpse of his self-respecting nature would also have been clearly visible. It also depicted the close relationship little Subhash had with his elder brother SubhashChandra since childhood. To know about another interesting story of Netaji's childhood, stay with me, that is RJ Mini, and author of the audio series Manoj Swami on your very own Ace FM. Episode 3 Restless. After that stormy night on the beach of Puri Nagar, SubhashChandra did not let his younger brother's naive impudence to be revealed to others. He made an excuse and quietly took Subhash to his room. Since SubhashChandra was a bright, mature and a very promising student, his father respected him a lot. As a result of that, Subhash escaped from receiving any severe punishment for his ignorance and grave mistake. But Janakinath came to know about this latest incident of Subhash's irresponsible disposition, despite SubhashChandra's effort to conceal little Subhash's inane attempt of leaving the house quietly at night. Janakinath was furious after knowing about this incident and felt a severe lack of discipline in Subhash. He had clearly decided that the time had come for Subhash to be admitted to the convent school, just like his elder brothers, as an act of punishment. As soon as Subhash turned 5, he spoke to the principal of the convent school and decided to admit Subhash to the Protestant European school. According to the regulations of the school, once a child turned 5, he could be admitted to the school. Janakinath Bose had decided that Subhash would be admitted to the school to instill a sense of discipline in him. He felt that once admitted, then perhaps Subhash will also turn out to become a worthy student, just like his other promising children. But little was he aware that Subhash himself was eager to venture out of the confines of the 4 walls of the house, to feel the atmosphere of the school and to see the real world. He was anxious enough to see the world outside and waiting to understand it so that he could find the purpose of his life. The so-called punishment of Janakinath Bose was the biggest gift Subhash had ever received from his father till date. On 23rd January 1902, Subhash's birthday celebration was organized, and Janakinath Bose announced his admission in the school to all the guests in the house. Everyone was happy except SubhashChandra because he had just started to understand Subhash and was getting close to him. He knew that a storm was about to hit the Protestant European school, the aftermath of which would affect his home as well. Since SubhashChandra had started studying in Ravenshaw Collegiate School, after passing out of the Protestant European school, he was in no position to provide protection to Subhash in that school, even if he wanted. On the night before the first day of going to school, Subhash was not extremely excited and was restless. SubhashChandra narrated many stories to calm him down and gave him examples of how students should behave in school to avoid punishment for indiscipline, but they had no effect on Subhash. Defeated, Sharad went off to sleep. After all, he too had to attend school the next morning. The following morning, Subhash got ready before all his brothers. SubhashChandra fixed his uniform and also groomed his hair. He explained to Subhash once again that the school environment is different from home and also reminded him to follow the rules and regulations of the school. He sought assurance from Subhash that he would behave himself appropriately in the school. Subhash promised his elder brother that he would abide by the rules and regulations of the school and do everything that his elder brother had mentioned like an obedient child. A servant came to their room and informed that the carriage has arrived outside to take them to school. They should form a line and one by one leave the room and go and sit in the carriage. Hearing this, Subhash did not waste a moment and he ran out of the room trying to reach the carriage first. All the brothers ran after him to catch hold of him because the road outside was muddy after the night's rain. There was a high probability that if he ran on such a muddy road, he could easily get hurt if he slipped and fell. They were also concerned that his school uniform and shoes might get dirty if he was not careful on the muddy road. Wearing a dirty uniform and a dirty pair of shoes in a convent school would earn him a harsh punishment on his first day of school. Subhash's reins were out of their hands. Subhash dashed on the muddy path and reached the carriage. As soon as he approached the carriage, in his sheer excitement, he took a leap trying to jump onto it. But his foot slipped and he fell right on the steps of the carriage. His clothes got dirty and he got hurt on his head as it banged on the steps of the carriage and started bleeding. Subhash was hurt and was not allowed to attend school. And as a result, his other 5 brothers climbed onto the carriage and left for school. Subhash was attended to by his mother and was scolded for his irresponsible behavior. While going to school, Chandra was feeling very sad and he felt very bad for his younger brother. Throughout the day, his mind was not interested in studying at all. He just kept worrying about his younger brother Subhash. While returning home from school, he was walking towards his carriage. He found that his mother, Prabhavati Devi, was waiting for him in the carriage. To his surprise, he saw little Subhash in Prabhavati's lap. His hands and forehead were bandaged. Little Subhash looked at his elder brother Sharad and told him excitedly, "You had told me, arise, awake, and stop not till the goal is reached. Today, my purpose was to see the school Dada, and I have accomplished that aim." Saying this, he fell asleep in his mother's lap. If the biography of Netaji SubhashChandraBose had to be described in one line, then no other phrase or line can describe it better than "Arise, awake, and stop not till the goal is reached." Hope you have liked the 3rd episode of this special audio series as well. Stay tuned to hear the important and entertaining story of Netaji's childhood and youth with us. With us, I mean me, RJ Mini, and the writer of the audio series, Manoj Swami, on your very own channel, Ace FM.